Hi, welcome to JRS Innovation, Heavy Vehicle Inspection and Maintenance Cloud Platform. In this training video, we will focus on how to create the automated schedules. Now, before that, we will just walk through the basic information that if you already have an account, you can go on http heavyvehicleinspection.com. You can open it in any browser, Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, and go on the right side that says go to portal. You will need a login ID and password. So if you do not have an account, you can create an account. It is free for a month. You could create using the Android app on Google Play Store or with the iPhone app on the iTunes. And for this training, I assume that you already have an account. So you can always go to the portal and that will bring you to this screen. Now this is the home screen of dashboard, which has overall analytics related to how the maintenance and inspection is going on for your fleet. On the top section, we have the fourth tab, dashboard, inspection, work order, and schedule. So the calendar icon is what we are interested for this training demo. Now, what are the prerequisites that you would require before you are able to set up a schedule? Well, you want to have your inventory uploaded in the system. So in the inventory section, you can always do the manual entry on the records, or if you have existing record in a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, you could download the sample CSV and copy paste your inventory records here and upload it. So that will make it fair, simple to bring the inventory. That is all the prerequisite before you could do that. And the second component of that is to have your checklist. So for example, if you maintain your routine inspections or maintenance work order detailing over the paper sheets, you could put those detailing here under the checklist part, and you could maintain your checklist digitally. So that is another prerequisite that will help you to do the scheduling real quick. Now, this will give you the same feature. You could always download the sample CSV, put the detailing, or you could directly create a new checklist here. For that, you would create a new checklist group. For example, let's say you would like to set a preventive maintenance, or you would like to do a quarterly inspection checklist, or you would give the title, and under that, you would add the questionnaire, like inspect or such item, check this, check that. You would include all of those items here, and they would become part of the checklist document. So to summarize, for automated schedule setup, you would have your equipment inventory available and your checklist ready. Once you have those two information, this would be the screen where you would set up your schedules. Now, there are two kinds of schedule possible in the system, or that on the central part, there's a radio button, says schedule type. And what it tells is that you can have a multiple inspection schedules in the system. Let's say you want to make sure your operators, the drivers, the people who are using equipment every day, and you give them their own user account that you create under the users tab, where they can have their own login ID and password that is integrated to the application. And you want those users to do daily walkthrough or safety inspections. So you could create a schedule here for such inspection, and you can report it daily. So that's what we have here, that it's a schedule which is set on this vehicle, tractor DW, and it's a daily inspection. What it includes is you will have a checklist group from here. That means you would define certain steps. Let's say you do a 15-point cabin interior walkthrough. You do the tire check and just the base safety stuff. You will have that definition here in that checklist. And you would select one of those checklists. Here you would define based on the duration, and that says daily. And we're going to put a start date. So let's say we want to do this starting today. It's a daily inspection, and then we want to repeat it for next 500 days. So again, we summarize the report. This is a daily schedule that we are setting up on that machinery for the checklist. So what it means, once you set up this schedule, you save it, it will become an active schedule for the day. Now I will sort these records and then see that do we have any record for today's date. We see this is the document that we're talking about. So that creates a manual process free where the person doesn't forget. It will bring a reminder for them every morning that there's a walkthrough inspection due. And when they tap on that, and that is on the mobile app. So for example, when this is scheduled for tomorrow morning, it will kick in by itself. It will send a mobile app notification for Android users. Once they tap on it, it will open up the inspection document itself. So it makes it real simple for them to carry on with the steps and submit the record. So that is one kind of inspection. Now as we updated it, we see that in the upcoming schedules, this information start appearing here. So what it does is it kind of connect the people who are sitting in the back office for the maintenance and the yard people. They will be able to see that on this machinery, the PA 4567, the machine has a schedule for today, and that's the schedule detailing on that. Now let's see what is the other kind of schedule that we have here. So this is the inspection that we talk about. Likewise, on this machinery, you could set quarterly inspection with a different checklist or yearly inspection. So those are the duration days. But you could also check inspections. They will trigger based on the meter reading. So that would be something interesting point. On the right side, you have schedule method. So now we want to go ahead and do it based on the meter reading. So we say, okay, every 5,000 miles, we would like to run this inspection. A given checklist where you have a set of questionnaire and you would like the mobile app or the tablet user to go ahead and conduct that inspection. So the system will keep updating the meter reading whenever any user does an inspection on this machinery. System will ask for the latest meter reading, and that information in background being tracked by the scheduler. So whenever there is a 5,000 miles on the system, it will go ahead and set up a new schedule, and that schedule will start appear on the system too. So in this case, I'll go ahead and set this schedule, and that is on the, okay, so let me see where we have that. That's another schedule that's coming, which is based on the meter reading, and that is on the vehicle VE159. So what it essentially means that whenever the meter reading frequency, oh, that's the PA46. Okay. So now to see that record there, now we go on the dashboard, there is no meter reading because the machinery has to get updated meter reading, and then based on that, it would set it. So again, whenever any inspection done on that machinery, the meter reading is a compulsory parameter. So it will get updated in the background. And whenever it hits 5,000 miles additional to what it is today, it will go ahead and set a schedule. Now for now, we will go ahead and find that inventory item. So again, this is, you can filter on each and every column, sort them. I looked it up on the machinery basis. I highlight this record, and then from the meter reading, I'll go ahead and add additional 5,000. So I will mark it 11,525. All right, interesting. In the demo system, I think I do not have the role to update it. But yes, typically once you update it, the backend system will kick in and recognize that there is additional 5,000 miles, and it will put a new schedule for the inspection. So now that's a one way of schedules. The second component of scheduling is the work orders. Now for the work orders, again, the work order is based on the what items need to be worked on, like the work order replacement item, repair item, those kind of content in that. So for that, we would click on this add button, and it will open up the items that we can work on. So for example, if we include that, check all the hoses, check all engine oil, and check all indicator gauzes, and check the cabin interior. So those are the three items that would be part of this scheduled work order, and that will repeat every month. So for example, this is a set process that will repeat by itself for next 500 times every month on this date, and then it will send an app notification for the user. And once they click on it, it will go ahead and open that work order for them. So I'll go ahead and save this record. And we see that this new record got updated here, a new maintenance work order. We can go back and check on the dashboard. We got this new schedule here. What it simply defines, that it visually make it very clear for the back office people, for anybody who access the portal. Again, the portal does not need any plugin or hardware, so one can access it from anywhere, anytime, using any laptop, desktop, and any modern browser. Now we will go back and see that how that information is flowing on the Android side. So I will have my Android phone up here, and then we will check all the information. So I'll share my screen. I have a meeting running. Okay. Oh, sorry for confusion. So I go on the heavy vehicle inspection app. So this is the mobile app platform. And what we're looking on our screen, we are interested on the scheduler section. So I'll go ahead and click on the schedule section. And then we will see it will visually tell that what inspection is it. The wrench icon indicate a maintenance work order, and the plus icon on the right side suggests it's an inspection schedule that is coming. And all of the information that we put it from the portal that gets synced here. So we were looking on these two items, PA4561, and we set the schedule. We did set three different schedules, two inspection, one based on the meter reading, which is a daily inspection, and the second one based on the duration, which repeat itself every day. And at this point, you would see that there is an option which gives that conduct an inspection. And when I click on that, we'll just go ahead and open that quick checklist for the user. So it makes a fairly simple step for the person who is conducting inspection based on a schedule. One would just go ahead and mark the item details as they visually make a walkthrough of the machinery. And you click on the top right, proceed. If you have more remarks, you would put them and then hit the signature of the user and generate the report. So that's a PDF inspection document that being submitted by operator based on everyday repeating schedule. So that's in general how the inspection work for the scheduling. So if I summarize that from the web portal or from the app, one could create inspection schedules based on meter reading or the duration and put the frequency that how many times it will repeat. And based on the schedule, it will start appear in your schedules. You will tap on any record and it will give you opportunity to conduct the inspection. So it will directly take you to the inspection screen, and as the person make a walkthrough around the machinery, he will have opportunity to collect the information and submit it in a document. Now there is another kind of inspection we also did, that is the work order. So the middle document with the wrench identify a maintenance work order was scheduled and that being reflected in the coming schedules. I would go ahead and see that it would give me three options. One could update it if you're not willing to do it now. You would like to change the details. You could delete that, or you would start as per the schedule. So you would click on generate work order, and that is where it will fill all the fine details. It already picked the machinery name, put the work order number. It has all the fine items what are expected to be as part of the work order. Now, while the maintenance person does the actual maintenance work, he could go ahead and consume the spare parts in that, could put the detail, they will become part of the document. If he has any additional items to include, or if you would like to, change certain items. For example, oh, we don't have the engine oil, and you cannot do as part of this. You could put it on hold, or just postpone that one component, and then I'll go ahead and create that. So there is a new work order that we just created, and we find this work order right here. Now, while the user is working, or the maintenance technician and the department is doing the actual maintenance work, they can come back and update the status of this work order, mark it complete, or change certain items based on the status, put additional notes, and can as well input the overall story behind the work order. So this is in general the overall process related to maintenance work order. Now, what interesting part we identified that two things. It will make real simple to communicate between the operator, driver, or the business fleet users and the maintenance and scheduling department, because the app-based system is being updated in real time and it's collected to secure Microsoft Cloud. So everyone is informed on the upcoming schedules. If there are any changes, they will get notified. They would be repeatedly being notified what need to be done. So to maintain a fleet's life cycle based on the manufacturer's recommendation, this would be the place to set it up. You would set up meter reading base, multiple inspection and maintenance schedules. You could set safety walkthroughs, audit inspections, daily walkthroughs, all of that information. And the people who are responsible to collect that kind of data or go ahead and start the work, they would be get notifications and they will have opportunity to bring that information back. So it's a real powerful feature for the business fleet, that brings more effective maintenance to your machinery and people being repeatedly kept in the loop and information if anything changes. So that is all part of this automated scheduling process. Thank you and have a good day.